morning. It is February 14th. Happy Valentine's from Maine. My name is Tammy, and this is Supply's Unique Boutique. Hi. I hope everybody's had a good week. This will be going up tomorrow. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Valentine's Day today. And I have a lot to show today. I had 2 finishes. I am so excited that I had these 2 finishes because one of them's been kicking around for a long time. So, this is In Memorandum. It is the Salem Witch Trials. And it is done on a 16-count Stormy Gray or Stormy Night Ada from Fabric Flair. And I used, I think 310. Get it all in here. I used 310 and Anchor White. And I had to frog out all of this because it was wrong. So, but I got this finished on Spooky Sunday. I worked on it all day, most of the day on Sunday. And this is my finish. It's not completely FFO'd, but I said something. I pitched an idea to my husband, and he seems to be right on board with it. So we'll see how it goes. Yep. Keep kicking people. Sorry. All right, and then the next one. This is a fully finished that I just finished. Just fully finished. And I got it done. My February Quaker. I love it. I think it came out so cool. Especially with the etoile. You may not be able to see it, but there is sparklies in the dark pink and the light pink. And the green is just regular DMC. And the way I finished this was I took I'm going to say it's a 9x7 canvas. And I wrapped it around the canvas. Glued this ribbon onto it after I glued it onto the canvas. And I took an 8x10 canvas and I put glued some quilt batting to it, and then wrapped this lovely heart fabric around it. And this is going to go on my shelf as soon as I'm done recording. So glad it's done. So yeah, those are my 2 finishes. So, next. The February Quaker was From the Heart Needle Art. And that's done on a 16-count Ada. Ivory. That I got at Hobby Lobby, I believe. And then the In Memorandum is on a 16-count Stormy Night. And it's mostly DMC 310. And I got the pattern from Witchy Stitcher. I have a bunch more of Witchy Stitcher stuff I want to do. So, I forgot something, but that's okay. I have my list here. Okay, so let's get on with the WIPS. Yesterday. No, don't fall. Darn it. Oh. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. You don't need to be that close to me. Trust me. Nobody needs to be that close to me. I got the blind light here. So anyway. I worked on the March Quaker. See if we can get... Ooh, glare. There we go. I worked on this motif here. Still. This is big. A bam. No. Yeah. Big ass motif. Really is. So I want to try. I decided to take a break from the dark green and use a lighter to get into some of the lighter greens. So decided that I would try to get into some of the flowers on the motif instead of doing the ribbons. So I got this done and I get the flower partially done. So that's that. But as you can see here, this is what I'm doing right here. So, and then I am bound and determined to get this frog done. Yes, I am. So I worked on the Christmas frog. In fact, my goal this morning, whether it was in the hour or not, was to have the parts of the face that I had started when I started in the meadow to finally connect. So, been doing a lot of greenery. And here he is. Now, this pink looks so much better than the orange that they had. And I did his belly. Right here is the same color as the lips. And I've got the white done. I've got to do the white pom-pom. And then finish up the green. And then do his hat, which is red. The green is... It's taking a while here only because it's long sections of green. But once I get those long sections done, the rest of them are pretty small. So I think it's going to go that much quicker. And I'll be done with the frog. Yay! Okay. And I also worked on this on Sunday. And this is just one color, so... But the sections are getting kind of large. So they're taking a little bit longer. But here is my skeleton owl. Sorry I didn't iron it. And this part down here is complete, I believe. No, there's still 2 rows, but the rows start way over here. So I'm working on this part to have it match up and connect with this part. But hopefully he will be done in a couple more sittings. I hope. We'll see. I came up with a plan to try to work on some of my finishes. And we'll go over that later. Okay. And then I worked on my Sal. I worked on that a little bit yesterday because yesterday was the 13th and that was spooky stitching. Probably should have worked on the owl, but kind of like this better. So, get the part that I was working on. I was working on this part here, the witch and the skeleton and the cat with the tree and gate. Well, I kind of got the witch done. I need to work on her broom. Here it is. This down here is part of the background. I think if I actually take some time and work on it continuously, you know, like a whole Sunday instead of doing 2 projects on Sunday, I'm going to do that. I did get a new start, but I didn't bring it in here, so I really don't have a very good picture of it, and I'm not really into showing patterns right now. I don't want to do that even if it's way back here. I did start on the coffee dragon. I need to find a better picture of it. I did try to find a couple of pictures on some stuff that I did print out, but I couldn't get them to, I couldn't get the pictures, let's put it that way. And I did try. I got back on my list of purchases, and I did try to download the pictures, but it didn't work. So, and then I started this on Monday. This is the Fairy Rabbit. It's Alice in Wonderland's kind of sort of full coverage. It's got the white rabbit, and I'm doing this on an 18 count easy count. Not that I really need the easy count, but it does help. Fabric, and I'm working on this corner right here, and this is basically the 2 colors that the background's gonna be. Yes, there is this little gray part up here, but basically this is the wallpaper behind the rabbit. And if I get down further here, then there's like a little watch here, and then the rabbit starts somewhere over there. But this is slow going, considering it's my first one. I do a little bit every day. And that is it for my WIPS. Yay! So then, and I know I've been on a buying freeze, but I figure if I spend some money once a week or once a month, then that's better than spending a whole bunch every couple of days. So, this though was not a paid pattern. It is a pattern, but I'll put the shop below, but it's on Etsy. It's called Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod. And it's Winkin', how you spell it, Blinkin', and then N-O-D-D. So she was looking for, I don't know if she still is, but she was looking for some stitch testers. And she's got some clubs going on. And this is January 2024. And it is a cauldron. And it is full coverage. I have to get in touch with her because I also got, she told me I could pick 2 to 3 different patterns. Well, she sent me the pattern for this one, but she only sent me the cover photo and the instructions for the Alice. So I need to get the pattern for the Alice. But go check her out, because especially if you are into full coverage, because her full coverage are they're not that expensive, but they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And I haven't seen, because I know sometimes people say, okay, well, some places on Etsy they steal or they take licensed and try to pawn them off on your own. Well, I haven't seen anything like this on Heaven and Earth, and I was on there extensively last night, and I haven't seen anything else like this on Etsy, just in this one shop. So, might be something you want to check out. And then this is one I had that I bought before my buying freeze, and I fell in love with it. And I fell in love with it. It's not exactly a full coverage, but it is what they call a BAP. A big, awesome project. And it's the Cheshire Cat, and it's by Witty Stitch. And I absolutely love this. And I'm so ready to do it. It has a few colors. It really does, but I think I'm going to get, I think I have a piece of Twilight Blue 18 count that I might use on this, or I might just dye something. I don't know. Or get a dark gray. I don't know. We'll see. And it's only 130 by 170, so I'll have to see how big the piece of Ada needs to be. And then this I've been coveting for a while. This is by Patterns by SA Stitch on Etsy. And she has a whole bunch of these. And I love every one of them. But this is the squirrel. Look at him. He's so cute. She has a fox, she has an owl, she has a bear, she has, I don't know, she has a whole bunch of them. And then this one is called Tea Time. And it's basically like a sampler. It's got a border up here. And then you have little motifs and teacups with an owl down here. I'm just looking at the back because I have part of the pattern. Because when I get patterns, paper patterns, what I do is on one page they have a shaded area. So on the first page what I do is I fold like right here where the border, where the line would be, and then I match it up with the gray area and put it over the gray area, and then use double-sided tape to tape so it's one big piece. This is by, oh, I can't even say that poor woman's name, but here is her name. She's a Russian designer. And then, couldn't resist it. I really just couldn't. On 18 count, it would be 22 by 22, which isn't great, but not bad. And it's sectioned off. And here it is. This is Stained Glass Owl artwork by MD Shalahan, patterned by Shirova Creations. And here he is. Look at him. Oh my god, the colors. And I love the stained glass. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. No, I didn't print out the pattern yet. But I did print out this. I am also going to do this on 18 count easy grid, probably 1/1. The colors, there's like, oh, there's only 2 pages of colors, but there are 4 sections on one page that lists all the colors, so there's a few. But I like how they have this part. And of course I'm going to do a left corner start. So there's that. Okay. This one I bought a while ago. It's for my daughter. I caught her one night watching American Psycho with Christian Bale. I wasn't impressed. So I had her shut it off. But she's always picking on people that have live, laugh, love in their houses. She'll call them a live, laugh, love mom. So I found this. And I figured, you know, she can have this because she likes fish and bale. And granted, I don't have to put the blood on it, which I don't know if I will or not. I might just, you know, have him laughing. She doesn't really need to see all that. She's 13. But I don't remember where I got it from. Oh, wait a minute. There's a name down here. I think it's moon500.com or moon5000.com. I think so. And then, what's this one? Oh, this is one of the ones I tried to get a picture for because I know there's pictures out there. But if you go to, this is actually from Maya Stitch. M-I-Y-A Stitch on Etsy. The designer is Misana Yana, I think. But if you've never seen it, it has like a witch's hat here, broom, some pumpkins in the middle, candle, you know. But I printed off the version that has the back stitching, I believe. So I know what I'm doing with this. And this is called Elegant Witches, or Elegant Witch. And I saw Jen, the Caffeinated Stitcher, doing this one, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Okay. This one I've had for a little bit. And this is from Manuroka Beads Incorporated. It's called the Whimsical Woodland Owl. And it's not a big one. It's only got 16 colors, but it is so cute. Look at that. I think that is absolutely adorable. And I think my stepdaughter will like this. It's a lot of stitching, though, but that's okay. And then I got this one from Happy Crosses. And the original designed by Arana Camille? I don't know. I'm not going to butcher this poor woman's last name. But this is called Mystical Owls. And I got a black and white picture because that's what they had. And it's done in 6 parts. And it's got 24 DMCs. And it is, depending upon your size, which I'm going to probably do it on 18, it would be 9.1 by 9.1 stitch area. But here it is. Look at that. Those are so cute. Really, I like the one in the middle with the witch's hat, I think. And the cape. I think that one's absolutely adorable. And the little fluffy ones up in the corner. This one. Fluffy. Okay. Now, did I? That's the fairy rabbit. Okay. Now this one, I think I got this one from Maya Stitch as well. And here is the cover photo. Isn't he cute? I don't have any information on him. I just wanted to get the picture printed out before I deleted it. I don't delete my patterns, but if something comes separate, like a cover photo like this comes separate, I'll print it out and then I'll delete it once I get it with the pattern. So, okay, you don't need to see this one because that one is the fairy rabbit, and I'm going to put that right there because I'm going to need that later. Then I found this one. I've never done black work before, so this is going to be, and I have a couple of them. I have a Pippo Mandala and I have an Alice in Wonderland black work. And this one I actually thinking about doing for a friend. So I think it's cute. It's one page of instructions, and it gives you all the, basically the only thing that's different colors is the owl in the middle, which is right here. But this is so cute. This is called Blackwork Owl Pattern, and it is by Claire Smith of Trunky Stitches. And it's a 6-inch square. It's 88 wide by 88 high if you use 14 count. Look at that. They're cute. So we'll see how I do on that. I'm not a big on back stitching, but for that one I might just do it. Okay. And then I was on Heaven and Earth last night, and I ordered 4 patterns, and the only reason why I ordered 4 patterns is because the most expensive one I got was $6 because they were having a big 50% off sale. Normally, the minis are between probably 12 and 9 and 12, 9 through 12. But I got this one for $6, I think, yeah. And I got 3 more for $5.50, so I spent less than $25 on 4 full coverage, 3 quick stitch, and 1 mini. And this one is charted by Michelle Sagetta, and the artwork is done by Melissa Dawn, and it's called The Mini Angel Light. And I like this one. It's a little bit bigger than what I would normally want. It's only got 50 colors, which is good. But there's a lot of block colors in the pattern. And I do believe I have some 28 count, so it would be 28 count 1 over 1, even though they suggested 25 count 1 over 1. I have that too. I have the easy count. So, I don't know when I'm going to start this, but I'm going to staple this, so if you hear a loud noise, I'm sorry. But I was looking at it this morning. I downloaded all 4 of them. A couple of them are, one is absolutely the most adorable thing I have ever seen, but I don't know how long their sale is going to last. So if you like to do full coverage or even do the quick stitches or the minis, you might want to get on there, because like I said, I just paid $6 for that. So, and they're all the same price, even if, well, if you get the PDF download, they're a little bit less expensive than if you get the hard copy. And I might try to do the PDF download. But that's just me. And then this, I think, where did I get this from? I think I got this from Maya Stitch as well. The designer is Your Briar Patch, and it's called Beach House Yellow. Now, this is definitely going to be a birthday present for somebody. I have a friend who was born in November. And she likes the color orange, so I'm going to change it from yellow to orange. I'm going to do that. But she dislikes the fall so much. And the thing is, even though it's cold, and I will admit that it is cold, she needs to kind of embrace it, because there's some beautiful things about fall, and she's focusing on just the cold. There are beautiful things about fall, like the pumpkins and the color, and the fact that you can actually start drinking hot chocolate, and she's a major tea person, so it's like, But anyway, I digress. And then this is from Owl Forest Embroidery. I got this a little bit ago. And this is a bear family portrait. And there was a bigger picture, but the small one will work. And look at them. They're so cute. And granted, I could probably order the floss, but you know what? I don't want to. No, I don't want to. I'm pretty sure I could find some variegated, that would come close. Like, I know, I want to say it's, I don't know. I want to say that it's, Classic Colorworks has a bear cub, I think, or maybe it's WIPS, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I can find something in my stash, or, and I have some, Classic Colorworks, and I think WIPS and Gast coming, because I'm starting to kit up things. And then last but not least, I have wanted this for a long time. It's from Kathy Barrick. It's the Parliament of Owls. And I absolutely love this. I think it's really cool. And she's the model, of course, is done on MPI, but I'm not doing it on MPI. I'm just gonna do it on what's the word? DMC. I'm just gonna use DMC. Okay. Did I cover up my list? I think I did. Yes, I did. I made my list. I have been going through some of my things, and I've been making some lists. So, I went through when I did my Halloween extra, I went through and I highlighted all the ones I want to do. So there's just a few, and there's a few more on the back. Okay, so I highlighted about 20. So, and then I took those 20 and I printed up, put it on Notepad, and printed it out, the list. Then what I did was I cut them, given some space, I cut them in half and then folded them up and put them in my little bowl. So what's going to happen is, towards the end of April, towards the end of February, beginning of March, I am going to draw one. And then at the end of March, beginning of April, or towards the end of March, I'm going to draw another one. And those are going to be my new starts for that month. So if I was to draw, I don't know, let's see, say Witchy Way by Primrose Cottage. I've got to take the time to, I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I know I'm going to start it after I draw it in that week. Okay, because it'll probably be a Sunday stitch. That gives me from Thursday to Sunday to get the fabric together, to get the floss together, and to get it all set and ready to go. Once I get it all set and ready to go, then I start it. And then I work on it for a couple hours, and then that's going to be my Sunday stitch for a while, for a little bit. So if I start it the first Sunday of March and work on it until the last Sunday of March, towards before the last Sunday of March, I'm going to pick another one. So if I pick Salem Sisters 1, because I did them all separately. I do have all but one floss for that one. It only takes 3 flosses. Shouldn't take me too long. Once I get the floss in, I can get the fabric all set and ready to go, and then I'll be able to start that one. So that's what I'm going to do in there. This coming Sunday, I will be starting Winnie, the Sanderson sisters, from Romy Creations. I will be starting Winnie. So I've got to get her all kitted up and ready to go. So yeah, so that's that one. But a couple of them that I chose was Night Spirit Studios, the Vampire Goblet. That's 3 colors. The Midnight Manor from Waxing Moon Designs. That's just black. Witchy Way, Wicked Cute by Fraudy Murder Designs. Hen's Halloween from Tiny Modernist, I believe. The Salem Sisters by Plum Street Sampler. Creepy Things by Teresa Coyett. Happy Halloween Calendar that I got off Etsy. The Stitcher Grimoire that I got from Witchy Stitcher. Horror Movies, which I got off Etsy. Queen of Skulls, that's a Screaming Heart design. Smell My Feet is Autumn Lane Stitchery. Stephen King Things. Okay. I did find a floss. I had some. It's called Vampire Fire. Let's try this again. Vampire's Raspberry. And it's black and red. And I got it from Fabulicious. Or Fivalicious. I think I'm going to use that. And it's, you know, it goes from black all the way down to red. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Here's Halloween. That's Plum Street. Toil and Trouble is also Plum Street. Scary Sack is Bed Creek. I was going to order the flosses, but I think I might not. I don't know. I'm still thinking on that one. Boney Bunch from Plum Street. Halloween Squirrel from the Blue Flower. Raven Bewitched from Blackbird Designs. And Gothic Light from Barbara Anna. Those are the ones that I chose. I still have a bunch more here. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do for that one. And then I was watching Jen, the Caffeinated Stitcher, and she, thank God, they talked her into paring down her 300 and something WIPS and her 135 finishes and however many starts she decided to do for the new year. Thank God, she ended up paring it down. It was a 3-hour video to watch her do all that. But I watched her. And it was 3 hours, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, but she has, those big elementary school science fair boards that fold out with all her WIPs. So she pared it down to 150. She still got the 3 huge boards because she doesn't know everything's in alphabetical order. And she still has the categories and the whole bit. You really have to watch her WIP parade for her to explain it. It makes very little sense to me, but it is what it is. So I decided to make mine a little bit easier, which I did. I went through a lot of my WIPs, and yes, and I ended up starting some more, but I've been working very diligently with a lot of these. That's how I got the February done, and I need to really settle down and buckle down on the March one. But if I don't get it done before the end of February, I don't get it done before the end of February. I don't care. As long as I get it done, I get a finish, I'm good. So far this year, I have 8 finishes. Yay! I'm excited about that. So what I did was I found this, dry erase board that my daughter had in her room, and it's kind of beat up because it kept falling off the wall. So I ended up UFOing one, and I finished one. So my goal is 60 finishes for 2024. So these are the ones I'm going to try to do. The St. Patrick's Day gnome, which I goofed. I couldn't figure out where I goofed it, so I just UFO'd it. I was like, I'm not fighting with this. I just don't want to. And then the one I finished, 12. Number 12, In Memorandum, is finished. So I'm working on the Christmas frog. I work on that one just about every day. And I'm going to try to finish the owls from the Roliolas kit that was on my Advent. The March Quaker. The Raccoon Cabin. A Mocha Mocha Mocha. The Halloween Sow by Tiny Modernist. The Skeleton Owl. That's ravencoven.com. What's this next one? Why is a Raven? Doctor Who Icons. Salem Cemetery by the Stitcher Hood. In Memorandum is finished. Time for Tea. That's another Alice one, which is basically done in white. But anyway, Wicked Witch and the Grumpy Toad. Elf Shelves. Good Company. It is a definite fight to the finish. In fact, this is called Fight to the Finish. I am going to fight to get these finishes. I don't care how long it takes me. I want them done this year. And if I finish some of the newer ones, awesome. It just gives me that much more, But these are the ones that I really want to finish. And if I get a lot of them done this year, I get a lot of them done this year. If I don't, I don't. But these are going to be as much of a focus as I can get. That doesn't involve, doesn't go against my quilting, which I really need to start doing it again. I've taken way too much time off and I really need to get back into it. So I did start something on Saturday, but I'll explain that later. What else do we have? Oh, The Big Bang Theory, the cast that has Bernadette and Howard and Leonard and Penny and so on and so forth. And that one's by Good Morning Maui. Dracula's Welcome, The Baroque Crow, oh, Puppy Stocking from my Advent, Rain from my Advent, Owl, the Mill Hill Kit from my Advent. What else is under there? Joyfulness, which is either no, I think it's Little House. I don't remember. The Frozen Hot Chocolate Shop, the Skate and Sled Shop, the Snowball, oh no, Hope Snow Globe, which is the one with the polar bear. It's a Dimensions kit. I have to read it backwards, so that's why it's taking me a little bit. The Snowball Stand, the Snow Village banner, the Patchwork Snowman, and Crow Kringle. So that's just 30. So we'll see how much I get done. And like I said, so far I've gotten 8 done. Some of them I'm trying to be realistic that I may not get done. But if they don't get done, they just get flipped over to 2025, and then I make a new list. So, when am I gonna start some of these bigger things, like the owl, the stained glass owl, the Parliament of Owls, the Hade, any of the Hades? I don't know. I just don't know. It's going to take me a little bit. I want to get... I'm starting small, so that's why I'm doing the fairy rabbit. And I also have a Cheshire Cat that I need to work on. So... we will see what we get done, you know. Like I said, I like doing that frog has a lot more stitching than what I expected, because according to my little froggy's directions here, if you do it on 18 count, they say that it's 3.1 by 3.9 inches. Really? That looks a little bit bigger to me. And granted, it's only 6 colors, but still, I mean, the 310 is 590 stitches. The 420 is 98 stitches. The 562 is 1,668 stitches. So when I get this all done, I am going to count up the number of stitches that it took for me to finish this frog. So And since I changed the other two colors, the stitch count is still the same. So, but this little frog is taking a while. He's so cute though. And I'm trying to think of when he's done, who I'm going to do next. I think I might do either the koala bear or the pig. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have a vote on that one too. And I also want to get a couple Easter things done and out of the way. So, yeah. But yeah, that's everything I have. Life. Let me see. Life stuff. Yesterday was a bad day. Not just with my diabetic crap, but depression. I'm losing my counselor as of tomorrow because she's going to be reassigned somewhere else. So that means I need to find a new counselor. Not sure if I want to do that or not, but I definitely need somebody to vent on because, to be totally honest with you, I'm not trying to say this stuff to have you guys, feel bad for me, because there's nothing anybody can do about it, because it's happened, it's done, it's over with, it's just the healing now. But yeah, I was in the grocery store the other day, and I was buying myself a big old bag of cashews, and I almost started to cry in the middle of the grocery store, because that was one of the last things I bought for my dad, was a bag of roasted unsalted cashews and roasted unsalted peanuts in the shell. Those were his Christmas presents, because he would get so upset if you bought him anything else. So, but that's the way he was. Because after my mom passed away, he didn't want stuff. You know, I can understand that, because he had to get rid of a lot of it. So, but yeah, so that was my little thing. And then I'm talking to my husband Monday night, and I started to bawl because it hit me then. I may not know my dad's gone, but you know what? And my parents and I were never really all that close. I was born a girl, and I had the wrong equipment, so to speak, because I had to fight for everything I got. And then everything my brother had was on Easy Street because he had the right equipment. And he was my grandmother, my dad's mom's favorite, because he was the first boy that had the last name, and he was also a redhead. So, and I was my grandmother's, on my mom's side, my mom's favorite. And my mother was very unhappy with that fact. But I was her favorite. I got away with a lot. And I never took advantage of it. You know. So, that's life. And we were supposed to get a whole bunch of snow yesterday, and it didn't happen. But it is freezing outside. Freezing. I took the dog out this morning, and I'm like, ugh. Speaking of Miss Patches. Patches! Come here. She's not going to. Brat. Patches dog! Nope, she's not going to. She was in here earlier when I was setting up, And then she decided to go lay on the bed, and I bet right about now she's laying on the couch. She's in my spot. So, But anyway. So, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We will see what I get done in the next 7 days. Hopefully I can, start getting a little bit more color into my rabbit. Hopefully I will get my frog finished. And I will try to find a better picture of the coffee dragon. So, and yes, I'm back in the spare room here with the computer and all the other crap. But my dining room table right now is a complete, utter disaster. And I really need to take some time and say, okay, we're done with this. Will that happen? Probably not. But I can always be like, okay, we're going to try to do this now. But anyway, so I'm starting to ramble. Oh, before I forget, Jen, the caffeinated stitcher, she's starting to do Stitch with Me's, and her Stitch with Me's I think are on full coverage. So if you want some ideas about how to do full coverage, I would watch them. She did one on parking, which I really should watch, and I think I'm going to go back and find it and watch it. And then she did, I think, I don't know if she's doing one with diagonals or not, but I haven't watched the Stitch with Me's yet. I'm actually thinking about doing it. Also, if you watch FlossTube with Alara, it's AILIRRA. She also does Stitch with Me's from time to time. Listening to her, though, has a tendency to... She's got one of those voices that's very calming, it's very soothing, and I have a tendency to fall asleep. So, even if it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and I've just gotten up. Just letting you know. Stitching by the Shore with Laura. She's cool. She's very low-key. She's got that kind of voice, too. The very calm, collect. I think she's like a duck in the water. Above the waterline, she's great. And then below the waterline, she's swimming like a, her feet are just a kicking. So, I would check out those 3. I don't know if Jen is... She's kind of... How do I put this? She's a little brash. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. If that makes any sense. Like I said, Alara and Laura are very... they're very calm. Now I know what she's doing. She found her treat that I gave her a couple hours ago. The dog. They're very calm. They're very soothing. Their voices are very even. I've been binging Alara the past couple days, and I started binging Stitching by the Shore again today. So, but those are my suggestions. I still watch Carla being crafty. I still watch Lee from Stick Strings and Other Things when they have new ones. Every Monday morning, I have coffee with Carla. Lee is about every 2 weeks, so usually Wednesday afternoons. I'll have tea with Lee. Possibly. I don't think she'll do one this week. I think it's next week. Lee does hers every 2 weeks. Carla does hers every week. Jen does hers every 2 weeks. But she puts a stitch. I think she's starting to put a stitch with me in between. Her projects, Jen's projects, are amazing. In fact, yesterday I spent a lot of my day with my phone in my hand and on 1, 2, 3 Stitch, wish listing a whole bunch of stuff, and a couple of them are from Kohler Designs because I saw them on Jen's channel and I want to do them eventually. But yeah, so, and Alara, she does a little bit of everything. Most of her, she does a lot of full coverage. I'll give her that much. She does a lot of full coverage, which for a woman who suffers from insomnia, kudos to you. Because I couldn't do it. If I don't get enough sleep, I'm miserable. So on last Friday, before I forget, I had a meeting with what they call a one-on-one with one of the gentlemen in my networking group, and he's in insurance, and we have a few things in common. We were talking about our kids. He has 3 Great Danes and another type of dog. I can't remember now what he said. And I have Patches, who's a pit mix. And then, and he gave me a couple of ideas of things to do. Well, he showed me a quilt that one of his clients did. And that's all she does. I was like, oh. So I took one look at it and I was like, wow, I like that. I think I'm going to copy that idea. But I did it in a different way. Now, what I did was, it's just like 3 or 4 9 patches. And they have a border around them. And the middle, from what I remember, because you have 3 lines. And a 9 patch is 3 blocks here, 3 blocks here, 3 blocks here. So, the block in the middle, the 5th block, was a different color in each different square. And I think it was like a 3x4. 3 blocks across, 4 blocks down. And each block had a border. And so she did different colors, different fabric for each block, which I thought was cute. And then having just like a plain block in the middle of each thing, and then I was like, oh, okay. I didn't do that. So what I'm going to do is I did 5 blocks of a dog fabric with a fabric that had gray hearts. It's kind of like a light white with gray hearts. And the dog fabric was gray. I was like, okay, we can do this. And then the next one I did was cats. And they are red, black, and gray cats. And I think what I might do is I have some paw print, dog paw print fabric that's red, gray, and black on a white background. And if I get some plain gray fabric, I might make up another 5 blocks, because so far I have 5 blocks of the dogs. I'm going to do 5 blocks of the cats and 10 blocks of the paw prints. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. Or I have some small black with white paw prints that I might use instead. And then just match it up with like a very, I don't necessarily want to do white, but I figure and I don't think I'm going to have enough of the heart fabric to do that, unless I can find another gray one that has hearts on it, or swirlies, or something. Or I find a different paw print fabric, which I might do. And then put a border, like a gray border around each, like if you got 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3 borders on the side, and then 1 long strip on the bottom. Something like that. Because I like the idea of it, and I think it's cute, and a cute idea. So, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. When I get it done, I will definitely show it to you. But that's my quilting for today. So anyway, if you live in Maine, stay warm, because it is windy and cold out there, and I have to take the dog for a walk, and I don't want to, because I'm going to freeze my butt off. But my doctor has told me I need to get more activity in, and he's not going to be happy with the activity I'm doing, but you know what? It's activity, and that's exactly what I'm going to tell him. I'm going to say, it's better than me sitting on my butt doing absolutely nothing. Deal with it. And then we'll see how many, hopefully I can get another finish this week, coming up. And hopefully you like my finish, my fully finished object. And when I finalize the idea for the memorandum, you'll be the first to see it. So for the best on that one. So have a wonderful weekend. Stay warm if it's cold. We might be getting snow tomorrow night. We'll see. Never know. I think my daughter's on vacation next week. And we'll take it from there. So, be warm. Be patient. And, keep stitching.